This is to certify that Movie Chats has been classified for live streaming.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another live stream of Movie Chats. I hope you're all well. You've had a good week. This week, we've got a special show, really. It's our Bar Humbug Christmas special, I suppose you can call it.
Yeah, I can see you've really made an effort.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
It's shocking, it. And
It
then,
is shocking.
why does Chris look like he's levitating? The chair's next to him.
So, as you can see, little Steve's dressed up as an elf because that's the height he is. We have Chris, Armstrong, Cookie, and Hayden. I take it that Belle will be joining us shortly.
Yeah, she's just having a poo. She'll be with us in a minute.
The Christmas spirit has arrived. Good evening,
Hello.
ladies.
Hello.
Hi, Lainey.
I'm not in the Christmas spirit.
Hey, Kevin. Why am I the only one dressed in this? Seriously.
We are doing well on this show, aren't we, for Christmas spirit? We are supposed to have Cherry as well, but Cherry has decided she's going to run a little bit late because she's no longer dedicated to the cause as she once was. And Mr. Money Mental is meant to be with us as well. As you can probably see, I am sat by myself this evening. Glana is meant to have been joining us, but she's had a bit of a busy day in work today, so she's ducking out. She'll be joining us next week instead.
Oh.
Good evening, Belle. How are you?
Hi, Val.
Putting mushy stuff on Facebook about your amazing husband. You get a big edit there, right?
Well, I was sort of wondering who she was talking about.
I'm still hoping it's not too late to get a really good Christmas present.
I thought you said a refund on your husband, and I was going to say that's well and truly gone.
I'm sure he found something for you or in that hall.
I see Andrew's dressed up for Christmas.
Yeah, what's going on here? Seriously, it's bloody Christmas.
You're the one who's been giving me grief for wearing Christmas jumpers.
I have just said to Chris, should we be wearing something festive? And he was like, nah, can't be bothered.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
I've got a Bazinga hoodie on. What more do you want for movie chats?
Kathy's got a good point.
That's what I thought initially, to be honest.
Then he wouldn't have put the little sick faces on at the end.
Ah,
that was Chris's response to it, little throwing up faces.
Oh, bless you. Well, at least you're feeling better, Belle, or on the mend. That's the main thing.
Yeah. I'm getting there. Yep.
Oh, bless. Well, we got the Bazinga. That's thingy, innit? Big Bang.
Big Bang.
Correct. Where's Lana?
Lana's ducked out, apparently.
Here we go.
There we go.
Looking like the only bell end on the stream. Here we go.
Thanks, mate. I've eaten some Poundland today.
Don't worry about it.
Right.
After being told that Home Bargains wasn't good enough last week by bloody Andrew.
By the man that buys the Aldi one.
The Aldi one is vastly superior.
So why aren't you wearing it?
That's why it's in the wash.
In the wash?
Yeah.
Yep.
He doesn't wash stuff.
I was just about to say that.
So this is the Christmas special, guys. Now we did have, or we have got a long outstanding homework movie that we've been trying to watch for 3 weeks, and I'm hoping between us all we can get through this. Yeah. Right. Okay. So it looks like little Steve is ready. So, as you know me, I go through our old shows. I try and find clips and stuff like that. And I've come across this one, which sort of sums
God, here we go.
This is from last year. Right. So we were lucky this week that we had 2 homeworks, one selected by Andrew and one selected by Lainey. We had My Girl,
Yep.
which was selected by Andrew, and we had Scrooged, which was Lainey's suggestion. How did you get on, me? Because you've got a habit of not doing these.
I like the way you set me up to fail there.
For those that remember last
I'm
Christmas,
wearing the same T-shirt.
I know. I just said that.
Look, see, it shows I haven't lost that much weight. That this T-shirt actually fits me now. So we've got. For those that didn't know, last Christmas, Steve was like, "I haven't done the homework movies now. Don't hang me out to dry yet." And that's where that clip's come from. Really, is me hanging them out to dry. Now we have been ducking and diving when Harry Met Sally. Okay, so I take it you guys have watched at some point When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah.
Right. So at some point. What's your views on it? Because I still haven't seen it, but I know little Steve watched it this week. I've been too busy watching Alice in Borderland season 2 today, and I haven't got around to watching the homework. So what's your views on the homework movie?
I don't remember much about it.
The story.
I only remember that famous scene in the cafe. That's all I remember.
But yeah,
Yeah.
What was the homework movie?
So yeah, I watched it. I don't know if I've seen it before, but I had it on. I've had it on DVD for ages, but I couldn't find it anywhere in Loft. So I've actually had to go and buy another one from CEX for £1 after 2 weeks of trying to find it. But yeah, it's Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal.
Mm.
They meet getting a trip to traveling to New York from their university. I think it's California or somewhere like that. And she gives him a lift, and then after that they keep meeting up sporadically. But he says that you can't be friends with a girl if you're a guy unless you want to sleep with them, and then if you sleep with them, it ruins the friendship. And basically, that's the premise of it, going all the way through, up until sort of they eventually sort of get together. But I thought it was quite a good movie. It's for the age of it. It's definitely a funny movie. Billy Crystal's really good in it, to be honest. But yeah, there's a couple of others. There's a couple of side characters which are good. But yeah, for me, it's a nice romantic comedy sort of thing. Hey, Tori. Hey, AJ. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's a good soundtrack as well.
Yeah, that's never going to happen, that Junie, because he's a bit of a bore when it comes to stuff like that. Is our little Steve?
Yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys.
You got more chance from doing a 5K than doing that.
But yeah, it's I tell you what, it's got Carrie Fisher in as well. I noticed that straight off the bat. What year is it? 1989.
See, I'm so glad that you've done it now, because it means that we can move on, and I don't have to watch I can watch it at my own leisure. I don't feel forced having to watch it, so we'll run across there. Now,
It's your bloody show. You should be watching all these films.
It's our show, Chris. As long as one of us has watched it, I can't continue to do all the work on the show. So with this being a Christmas show, then
this was a mistake right here. Having you two on together. This was a mistake.
I know it's you pulled your face then when he said that, but you didn't actually put an argument forward that he doesn't do all the work.
No, he's just deflecting. He's deflecting away from himself.
Yeah.
I'm just letting him have his moment.
He's trying to play the rose between two thorns card there, isn't it? But it's obviously not working.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Belle for being in between you and Chris.
What, in case he kicks off?
Both being Man City fans.
He's going to protect us.
Yeah, both being Man City fans.
Well, yeah, that's why Chris keeps looking at his watch.
Oh, that explains the earpiece, and he's got the game on.
You got an earpiece in?
It's not started yet. It's on at 8.
Do you
He's
know,
got
even
the game on.
no, it's how he put it in the air where I couldn't see it.
Just
Put it in this ear so that I can hear you talking.
Whatever.
Just for the purpose of the chat, ladies and gents, when I invited him on for the Christmas show, everyone agreed and everyone accepted that gracefully. And then a couple of days later, Chris went, "You are aware your Christmas show clashes with the Man City Liverpool game?" Yes, Chris, I am aware it clashes with the Man City.
I wasn't.
You are now.
But if we do go back, I think it was me that replied to say yes. I'm pretty sure Chris at that point hadn't checked his calendar.
You didn't give me a chance to say no.
What's that? What's that? Big Steve has a big head.
Yeah,
I think
thanks.
it was all the word.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, Judy. See? I've done another video today, which should be out soon.
Oh, well, you've got one fan, Steve. Don't worry.
What
Thanks, Mel.
you'll see, Junior, is that he'll release 3 videos dead quick, and then he'll do fuck all for 6 months.
Hang on, you've done about 12 videos and then just rescheduled them for the next 12 months.
Exactly.
Oh,
You know?
He films it all in one afternoon.
All
Yeah,
he
just
needs
changing his
to do
t-shirt.
is just
Use all your antisoap to start the next year and follow it on a clean slate. Is this what today is for?
This
Yeah.
is basically
Yeah.
that's what we're doing here.
So
film
what-
the video,
An intervention.
release it, save it, then re-release it a year later. Nobody will notice. Nobody will remember that you already done it a year ago.
It's when I'm putting out a video in like June, and you can see the snow outside. So
I was
with this
watching-
being, with
I
this being, sorry, Steve, come.
I was just going to say I was watching one of Chrissy's Bale videos the other day, and then the recommendation was one from about 2 years ago. It was the one in the old house in Devon. I'd still sat there and watched that like I was surprised I hadn't seen any of it before.
So with this being a Christmas show, then what Christmas? And I know Belle's probably had Christmas 24 on since September. What Christmas films have you been getting into, Chris? I know that you've been champion spirited.
I love it. I love it. That is my new favourite Christmas film of all time.
He goes down to do his packaging, right, and a waiter go 1, 2, 3, and he goes, "Alexa, play the Spirited playlist."
Oh, stop it! You've set it off now. We're going to get demonetized. Alexa,
we don't get monetized anyway, so go
You're
ahead.
saving them from getting nothing anyway.
Yeah.
Will
What-
Ferrell's
what's it-
about to play then.
What's 100% of nothing? Andrew, what have you been watching?
You can still get a copyright strike and get this taken down. It's not about the monetization.
Yeah.
No one told me Spirited was a musical, says Kathy.
Oh.
Yeah,
tell me
I was
about it,
very
Kathy.
disappointed, Kathy, when I watched it and they all started.
Yeah, Judy.
I fell asleep twice trying to watch it, so I don't know why. Because I did enjoy it when I finally finished watching it. Just
Well, we've had National
I'm not a
Lampoon on
massive
twice.
fan of Will Ferrell though. Will Ferrell.
And that's that Ryan, what's his face? Get rid of him.
Right.
No, I didn't mind Ryan, but I'm not a massive fan of Will Ferrell, and I don't know why. There's just something about him.
Yeah, get rid of both of them. I agree.
So what else you watched then, Chris? About
I've watched a few different ones.
Oh,
on
we've watched
Netflix
the Santa Claus series on Disney.
yeah, which Chris sat and picked holes out of
Yeah.
the entire series.
It was shite that.
The
I
Tim
did get
Allen
to the
one.
point last night where I was like, "We're down to the last 2 episodes. Can you just let me enjoy it? Because it's like you're just pulling
get-
holes out of it."
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. Obviously,
Lainey?
compared to the films, it wasn't like it was. It wasn't anywhere near as good as the films. But I quite liked the storyline that they had behind it. And it's like all the series now. All they've done is done an extended film. Like Chris said, they could have
Cut loads out of
it and just made a 4th film or 5th film, whatever they're on. But
that
they
seems to be
didn't.
the way they're doing them, though, doesn't it? Like I said,
No.
with a lot of these programs, you could quite easily cut them down to a point where it's probably just a slightly long movie.
Now,
Yeah.
if Andrew with Santa Claus, here's Mrs. Claus.
Hi,
Hi,
Terry.
Sarah.
Hello.
Now, these two have such a love-hate relationship. They entered their own Secret Santa with just the two of them. I don't know how.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It wasn't a Secret Santa because we knew he was getting each other presents.
That's what I'm saying. How can you have a Secret Santa with only two people?
Well, it's the best way, isn't it? Because then at least you know what you're going to get, and you're not disappointed because somebody sends you a wish list.
So, Lainey, what Christmas stuff have you been watching recently?
Like I said, I watched that Spirited, which I did really enjoy. And then I've rewatched Love Actually, Jack Frost, It's a Wonderful Life, and then a load of like, you know, the usual ones you get every year that come out with ridiculous storylines of like some grumpy old editor who lived far away, and then I don't know, it's all magical and whatever. So,
She really buys into the magic, doesn't she?
Sounds a bit like Sex with Me, that.
We were
Well,
all
it's
doing
a
we called
effective
them
squad
Noel
on here.
Diary.
There's a few new ones, isn't there? There's like Netflix and
We watched
Disney.
that Noel Diary the other day, which again I didn't mind, and you were just flabbergasted at the end of it. You
Oh.
were like, "It's not even giving me an ending." I'm no further on than I was when I started watching it.
Did
They
you see
keep
the
doing it on
one with,
Netflix. They keep doing it on Netflix. They don't end the film properly.
Hey, Coro.
To be fair, the whole film was about a girl who'd been adopted trying to find her mum, and literally just as she's about to find her,
I watched that
she
one.
decides she doesn't need to.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
He was a writer as well. There was all
He was
kinds
a
of
writer,
writers,
yeah.
I don't know why, but there's always a writer or something.
We need to get some reactions off Chris when he's watching these Christmas
I
movies
watched,
at the end.
Gogglebox, it'd be like that, you know. I moan all the way through the films.
I've forgotten what the name of it was, but there was a one that came out with I'm gonna forget the actress's name as well. It was in Mean Girls. What's it called?
Oh, it was Falling into Christmas.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
Yeah,
like she was
Did we
like
watch
rich
that?
and
yeah,
all
with
that.
Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, yeah.
Did you
Oh, it's
notice
terrible, wasn't it?
Did you notice the Mean Girls sort of like the song come on for 2 minutes and then he wanted it switched off in the
No, I
radio?
didn't notice that.
Did you not notice that bit?
No.
I noticed it. Like the sort of thing to Mean Girls, because that when the song that she did the sexy dance to on the stage in Mean Girls, that was the song that would play.
Right.
Steve's all over it. He knows that film.
Steve loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I can't remember much about Mean Girls. I don't know.
It's got an ending to it, Chris, so you should do.
Well, you say that, and about 5 sequels as well.
So, Andrew, what Christmassy stuff have you been watching recently?
I watched Rogue One.
Yeah.
I watched Die Hard.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that Spirited musical thing. Wasn't a huge fan of it.
See, you guys keep referring to it as a musical, and it's just putting me off it.
Steve, have you not watched this yet?
No.
Steve?
No.
This is the Christmas show, and I've been harping on about this Christmas film. You haven't watched it. I'm not
I've watched
impressed.
Violent Night. I've watched Violent Night, and I think that's as much Christmassy as I'm going to get this year.
I'd like to watch Violent Night. I've not seen that. I want to see. I want to see Avatar. I want to see that as well.
The HD copy of Violent Night's now become on other means.
I'll have to have a look at
I've
that.
not been able to find a good version, so.
No, it was for a Christmassy violent film. It was all right, I suppose. I was conflicted.
It was all right. It's Home Alone mixed with Die Hard and Under Siege. How can you not enjoy that?
Because it made Santa mean
Yeah.
but nice.
No, it says that Santa was.
No.
Can we just have a spoiler alert, please? You're not honestly.
All right, guys, it's safe. You cannot do any
At the
harm
end,
here.
by the way.
Every time.
I just don't trust him to say anything about it. I've not seen it yet. I want to watch it.
The films we've all seen. Like
I
the
am
greatest
not
film of
ruining
all
it. You've
time.
already seen it on the trailer. What I was going to say.
No,
I'm
not
not.
You already ruined Christmas for Lana.
Not see the
Don't ruin
trailer.
Christmas for everybody else, okay?
I haven't ruined Christmas for Lana. I give her a couple of suggestions. She never told me she took it up, and I ended up buying them myself. It's not ruining Christmas.
I'm not even going down that road.
You know, it's like that meme I put out of Homelander about what is it that you buy, the man that buys his own stuff all year round. You know, that's what it
You
is.
tell him to stop buying.
Oh,
You can't just stop buying everything because
In
that's
December,
ridiculous.
yes, you can.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, because you're not going to buy everything.
You have not wanted slippers all year.
Let this
You
play
get
out,
to
guys. Let this
December,
play
you
out.
want a pair
I
of
want to see where it
slippers.
ends.
So at least I know I've got slippers.
we're just enjoying this now. Go on,
Ruined
guys.
During the
You went
surprise.
to me before I buy slippers. Can I just ask, have I got slippers?
You've
My
been
mum does
moaning
the same
about it
thing.
forever.
My mum does the same thing. I had to tell her to leave a website.
I've already left it.
I don't trust her.
Right. I got blamed yesterday because she'd asked me for. She said, "Oh, Christmas tip. I need some perfume. My perfume's running out." So I went out and got some perfume for her, and then literally, I got a parcel through yesterday that had a sticker on it that said aftershave/perfume tick. I was like, "Have you fucking ordered some?" It's like, "Oh, now you've ruined it. Now who said it's for me?" I'm like, "Well, I think so. I think it's for you."
Steve. It could be worse. You remember when we were moving the house?
Yeah.
And we found boxes with stuff that was labelled up, and we didn't realise it was Chris's Christmas present, and Bella had been stashing it in the garage. We didn't know that.
Your Christmas presents from last year.
What do you mean?
Because we were moving just before Christmas, weren't we? And I'd boxed them up and put them in the thing.
And it is me reading the stuff off the labels on the box, and Belle's going, "Shut up!"
So he does spoilers in real life too.
Oh yeah. He's not just on live. He can do it all the time.
No, what Lana says to me is, right, if you like something, like it, show me it, and we'll see what you get. So I'm liking stuff on Vinted, and I'm setting it as my favourites, and I'm showing her and sending it and stuff like that. And then a couple of days later, I get notified that my favourites on Vinted have now been purchased, and I'm like, right, okay, so fingers crossed she's listened to me and got me what I wanted. And then I go to her the next couple of days. Have you got any parcels to go and collect at the Vintage shop? No. Right, so I know that's not you that's not bought that then.
You've probably missed out on all that stuff that you were wanting to buy.
Yeah, that I actually wanted to get, and my favourites have been sold because I've got to wait for some fat man to come down my chimney and empty a crack all over me. It's just...
You seem very festive and ready for Christmas.
He's
Yeah.
like miserable git, isn't he?
Do you not remember this last year? He was just as festive then.
God. You need to watch Spirited. That'll get you in the mood for it.
Turn it off.
So, Cherry, what Christmas stuff have you been watching?
Well, I watched that Fall In for Christmas, which is absolutely terrible, but I loved it because it was just so bad. We started to watch Spirited, but we had problems, so we got like an hour through it and then had to stop. Yeah, it's a bit. Couldn't find Good Silent Night, and I watched.
Steve will tell you the ending.
And Your Christmas or Mine, that was quite good because there's like funny bits in it.
Yeah, that's
No.
You didn't like that one.
No.
There you go, Steve. You've made Santa's naughty list. He's obviously not talking about me.
Yeah, of course. Hey, Rich.
I thought
I think he is.
Your Christmas or Mine.
So,
I think I watched another one called. I think it was called This Is Christmas. I think it was on Netflix, and it was basically a guy who gets on a train every morning, like on a commute, and he goes to work, decides to invite the whole of the train to a Christmas party because he sees all these people every day, and it's got Barry in it from Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf
And
Wiedersehen.
yeah, and a few other people. But it was canny, actually.
It was what?
Canny.
Good.
Canny.
Aye.
What does that mean?
It means good.
Good.
That's why.
How do you not know that?
That's why when Lainey said it was canny, and you said, "What does that mean?" Lainey said, "Good."
Yeah.
That was the clue.
Yeah.
Mind, you can also use
Wow.
canny as a negative, but you have to put.
Aye, see, there you go.
You have to say bad afterwards. So you'd have to say canny bad because.
So, ladies and gents, if you go into your YouTube settings at the bottom, you can actually turn subtitles on.
It says you with your accent.
And it will be interesting to see what YouTube translates Lainey into.
Well, to be honest, right? It says my name. When I say my name, it always says I'm either Looney or Lenny. That's what it comes back to.
So it knows you then, yeah.
Does it call me Lenny? It calls me Looney or Lenny. So.
You know what you mean with my accent? I haven't got an accent.
Yeah, you do.
Have you what?
You're a scouser through and through.
Yeah, I was going to say you're very borderline scouser.
He's totally scouser.
I've not got an accent.
You're just missing the phlegmy bit. Get the phlegmy bit. You'll be all there.
No, bloody hell! If I got phlegmy bit, we can. Hey,
I learned something yesterday on Big Andrew's live. I did not know that scouse was actually some food.
Yeah.
I felt like I'd learned something. Couple that with Chris's haul of his geography lesson. I've had quite an interesting week, to be fair.
See, there you go. Coro's at that much of a disadvantage. He needs it to understand us all.
Jason says Big Steve needs to be visited by the free spirits. The only spirits that are visiting Jason they're visiting Big Steve is Southern and Comfort.
Southern and Comfort.
I don't know. I found wine recently.
You found wine?
I've discovered wine.
Was it originally water, and did you turn it into wine?
I wish it was.
Have you told anybody else about this new Fandangle thing?
No, I haven't. I'm keeping it to myself.
Yeah, like garlic bread.
I'm keeping it to myself. Now I found wine, and
He went down the wrong aisle and Asda again.
Now, if you think I can drink a beer or a litre bottle of Southern Comfort quick, wait until you see how quick a bottle of wine goes down. Now, but yes, I ended up in Sainsbury's the other day, got 6 bottles of Jam Shed Chardonnay, and we got loads of discount on it, and it's absolutely lovely. Lana's had to hide it though because we do go through it quite quickly. So yeah,
I've got my mulled wine ready, and I'm okay.
Is that for when I come tomorrow? Coming to watch the marching band. We discussed yesterday.
Oh God!
And I also said I'd be there for 10 minutes.
Best 10 minutes of your life.
What 10 minutes? I'm not even saying what 10 minutes.
Oh well, unlucky for you.
You want me to stay there for 2 hours just for 10 minutes?
I promise that you might spend 10 minutes.
Is that the 10 minutes you fiddle with his baton?
In English?
Is that the 10 minutes you fiddle with his baton?
Oh, God.
I want to hit you with a baton.
This doesn't usually go down this route. I'm blaming everybody on this chat.
I was innocent. I just said I was going to watch a band play.
Yeah, but you're encouraging him. He's had a drink of wine, so it sounds a bit.
I like the way that he said Lana's hiding the wine because we drink it too quick. Clearly, if Lana's hiding it, it's you that's drinking it too quick.
Lana wants some left for Christmas.
Yeah.
That is exactly why Belle works for the police force.
You can just spot that a mile off.
I don't know. So go on, Steve.
No, it's all right. I'm hoping you got a point to this.
I haven't got any points to any of this. I've got no script. I've got nothing. I'm just sitting back and just going with the flow tonight.
Oh, bless you.
Question.
Go on, what are you saying?
Best movie of 2022.
That's next week's show.
What?
You've got the dates mixed up, Andrew.
Do you know the show for Krishna, the New Year and review of 2022 next year that you invited on as well, mate? Yeah,
Let's just do it now.
Right.
Oh, Fletch One's mentioned that Slumberland. We watched
I
absolutely.
Hang on, I want to find out if Chris actually enjoyed something on Netflix.
What, sorry?
Slumberland. Jason Momoa.
It sent me to Slumberland.
I really enjoyed it. I got
it was okay.
In watching
Visually was good. Like all the effects and that was good. It was nice.
Yeah.
Nice looking film.
Can we describe the plot in a spoiler-free way so I can work out whether I want to read it? Watch
So
it.
yeah, Big Steve, don't talk.
So 2 kids go to sleep and they go to a dreamland. Yeah.
Right, I've already decided I don't want to
I
watch
know
it.
he's talking.
It's okay. we're
One
done.
kid wakes up. One kid gets stuck in dreamland but wakes up in the physical land, and then it's his daughter that goes off into the land. And
No, I'm already against it.
I watched it and Big Steve just confused the hell out of me.
it is actually really, really good. I really enjoyed it.
It contains Jason Momoa. I'm in.
Yeah, exactly. That was it for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's all I needed.
To be fair, he does play a good part in it, Lena.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's in my dreams, well, that's like, usual anyway. So
Yeah, moving on.
No, it has often been said that I could be a lookalike for Jason Momoa.
Yeah, I can see it if I really squint.
Yeah, when he's playing sick, dying Drago in.
Yeah, that's it, Bell. Take your glasses off. He's a dead ring.
I look like Aquaman without the mermaid tail thing.
Do you mean the old Aquaman?
No,
The shit Aquaman.
Hey, gotta see
He's
it
been on the Slim
nowhere.
Fast plan.
You mean the green guy with the scales and the
I look like Jason Momoa. True story.
Oh God!
I walk down the street.
like in the same way that Danny DeVito looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Twins.
Yeah, pretty much that.
that kind of level.
Well,
Very similar.
I mean, I do look more like Arnold.
That's Santa's ear. Nice one, eh, mate?
Yeah.
Jason can't help how ugly he is, can he?
Jason's asked a question there. He says, does anybody have any traditions that they do on Christmas Eve night?
Yeah, I get pissed.
I don't know what you were expecting here, Jace, to be honest. I'm just getting tired and then putting the presents out.
We used to have a tradition when the boys were younger because my best friend used to always buy the boys pajamas for Christmas. So we used to always wait up till midnight and then they were allowed to open that gift and put their new pajamas on and then they'd go and get in bed. But obviously the boys...
Don't you get me
started. Don't wear pajamas.
Don't get me started with this Christmas Eve gift box stuff. That's...
All right, guys, I've muted him.
I like to open a present on Christmas Eve, and the present I like to open is usually Thatcher's gold.
All wrapped up.
What's different to any other Saturday night then this year?
I wrap up a can specially. I put it under the tree. Then I unwrap it first.
Hang on, Dad's just bringing in the Disney order.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
That's the second Christmas present I sent you.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of ornaments in there.
Are you only putting your tree up now, are you? Or are you redecorating the tree?
It's up. It was just they had a big sale. They had a big sale, so we bought more.
No, I've got my decorations up downstairs. I've got my 2 little glass Christmas trees, my little string of lights. That's it, done.
That explains a lot, really, doesn't it?
If I had my way, they'd be going up on Saturday and coming down on Monday.
But didn't you get away with it last year, Chris, because you guys were moving, or did you have to put it? You'd moved by that point, hadn't you? So
no, do you not remember that Chris got really poorly while we were unpacking? Yeah. He was like throwing.
Oh yeah, like it nearly killed him.
While he was in bed dying, I just made a space in the corner in the boxes and put the tree up.
And
I was
miraculously come
determined.
back to life, did he, afterwards?
You don't want to embarrass your daughter.
Sorry.
Mum just said in the chat that she doesn't want to embarrass her daughter.
Yeah, but then she said something very, very quietly on your shit, and I caught a little bit.
He was replying to what Coro said. I can't see it.
All right.
Oh,
I've got the Christmas tree lights up that you can't sell on eBay. I like that one.
I'll show you my Christmas tree if you want.
Yeah, go on. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I don't ask.
It's right there. That's it. Can't you see it?
I was literally going to ask you if you've been any festivities in your household, Andrew.
Good God, no. I own not a single Christmas decoration.
Wow. And you wonder, you're not attached to these ladies, are you? That's the thing. I don't know why.
Excuse me. I've never been so. Come on your channel here, and all I get is unbelievable.
I forgot about your culinary skills, to be honest with you, mate. That more than makes up for it.
Culinary skills.
Did you see
cutting an onion with a butter knife?
Did you see the post that was going around Facebook about the Japanese tradition of having KFC on Christmas Day?
No,
I thought that's brilliant. Let's just all go KFC and pretend to be Japanese for the day.
It's real. It's true. It's been going around for a long time. I like it.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it.
Let's just go KFC.
What's everybody eating for Christmas Day then?
KFC.
Christmas dinner.
We've got pork.
We're at your sister's, aren't we? So
just standard.
Usually it will normally be turkey or gammon, won't it?
Don't worry, Jason. He'll be the second stop.
Do you all have Yorkshire puddings?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Best part.
It has to be done.
You have KFC with Yorkshire pudding, Steve. Is that where you're going with it?
Yeah.
Well, you've got the gravy.
That sounds really, really good. That you just fold it all up around into the Yorkshire pudding.
Have you never had a Yorkshire chicken before?
But being veggie, no, I haven't, mate.
We went out for a pre-Christmas dinner today, so we ended up going for a carvery before we came on, and they were actually doing as a pudding a Yorkshire pudding eclair.
Ooh.
So basically, they were serving a Yorkshire pudding that was stuffed with cream with chocolate poured over the top.
Oh, that sounds
all
right. Did you go for one?
No.
I keep saying to Lana that we should go for a carvery this week, but she's like, "You've got Christmas lunch on Sunday." I said, "No, but that's Christmas lunch. Carvery's different."
You can never have too many carveries.
To me, Christmas dinner's like a roast dinner on steroids. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
With extras, yeah.
Yeah, it's like all the extras, that you wouldn't usually have, like Brussels
sprouts and
like instead of having say like 2 or 3 veg on a normal roast dinner,
even looked at it.
You have like 5 or 6, don't you? And then there's like
how many veg do you have, Chris?
Well, what, different types or pieces? I had a piece.
You might have 6 different versions on one of each.
Yeah.
We were literally stood side by side putting our food on, and I had like loads and loads of veg and just a tiny blob of mash, and he had like loads and loads of potato with like 1 carrot and 1 piece of
when he says it's one of his 5 a day, he's took it 1 carrot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, isn't it?
And then you should have seen his face because there was no cranberry sauce.
Oh, I tell you what, no cranberry sauce at the carvery.
So he couldn't cover his dinner in sweet stuff. He wasn't happy.
Steve said there then that he's vegetarian. I've opted for the vegetarian option this year because I know the monster-in-law's cooking the turkey, so I'm not touching that.
But it would be like the turkey off Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah. After Monica's ran around with it on a red or whoever it was and friends, it was just,
I plan on doing a Cooking with Andrew special next week where I make Christmas dinner from scratch.
I'll tell you what, that'll be one to tune in.
It's going to be
it'll be like an episode of Bottom, wouldn't it?
He's just going to screen share the ordering, isn't he?
No, I'm making it myself. We got to go to the supermarket. I got to get all the stuff that's reduced to 5p or whatever, and make it that.
5p.
Just stuff it all in a blender.
No, it's going to be cooked properly.
Out of date in about 2 hours.
That's it. The supermarkets are doing all the veg for 19p at the moment, aren't they? So you just.
Yeah.
Mate, my mum, I was talking to my mum yesterday. She said she went to Sainsbury's to get some veg for Christmas, and all the veg was out of date before Christmas Day.
It's normal. It's what normally happens. I'm quite alright. I did an Ocado order, and I'm actually surprised that I've got stuff that lasts past Christmas Day.
Yeah.
You did a what order?
Ocado.
Ocado.
The hell is that?
It's
Posh ordering.
It's like posh people ordering veg and stuff.
Yeah, you can get Marks and Spencers from it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's like quick save delivery for posh people.
Yeah, it's not Aldi.
Aldi don't do them, otherwise I would.
We must be the only people that are at the opposite end of this because we're never here for Christmas. So we literally.
Oh, you planned that right, haven't you?
We've been living off the dregs out of the cupboard because we don't want to buy food because we're not going to be here for a week.
So you don't have to cook it. You don't have to buy any of it. You do the washing up.
We made a contribution towards Christmas dinner.
Well, Lawrence went shopping yesterday and she come in with bags full of stuff and she went, "You come to see what I've got?" I said, "Am I allowed to eat any of it now?" And she went, "No." And I said, "I'm not interested then."
And then you put the wine away in a locked cupboard.
Yeah, it's just, why torture a fat kid with this is what you could have, but you've got to wait.
In Steve's house, right, there's a cupboard with his presents in, there's a cupboard with his food in, and then there's another cupboard with the wine in it.
Exactly, yeah.
So basically, you just put a lock on the kitchen, haven't you? You
At the door, yeah. Literally on the door.
You want anything, Lana's got to go get it.
Yeah.
If it's in the kitchen, it's safe because I never go in there.
No, I think we've not done bad, have we? We've got to our early 40s, and I've only done Christmas dinner once, and that was last year.
We're having a roast tonight.
To you, didn't they?
They came, and even then, it ended up not being a proper Christmas dinner because the lad got COVID just before, and we didn't know whether they were going to come or not. So I thought, I'm not buying a load of veg, a load of food for them not to come. So I had to buy it all frozen just in case. So it basically ended up being like a Sunday dinner.
Here's a question for you, Stan. What is the one thing on your Santa's wish list that you'd be really upset if you didn't get this year?
A date with Cherry.
I didn't have anything on my wish list.
That's happening in March, though, isn't it, Andrew? And we're just all chaperones.
We'll have to wait and see.
We're getting t-shirts. T-shirts, Steve, that says Wingman on the back.
Yeah. Or in Cherry's case, you might just have to say security, wouldn't it?
Terrible.
It's really sad because you kept asking about stuff that what stuff you wanted to buy yourself. So what will you be sad if you haven't got it?
Oh, nothing really. I'm not bothered.
So you won't be sad if I haven't bought you slippers?
Don't get them.
You won't be sad.
And to be fair, I did go out. I ended up buying him some fluffy, like fleece slipper socks just to shut him up whining.
Lainey, what's the one thing that you'd be really upset if you didn't get this year?
I'm really awkward to buy for, like, because I don't really. I think you get to sort of, in your later 40s and you buy the stuff you want as you go along. You don't really. So I never. It's very rare that I want anything as such. So mostly I've asked for vouchers because I'm just then when I want something, get something with it. But I have asked for a ring light off my brother, like one that you can. What's them things where you clip them onto the table?
Yeah, with a clamp.
Yeah, like a clamp, but the ones you screw on so they don't like fall off. One of them. It's got a proper name, isn't it?
I was thinking of a different type of ring until you brought out the clamp, to be honest.
What, a ring light?
Yes, a ring light.
My daughter bought us one a few years ago, and it was one of them with the tripod stands, but
Yeah.
it got knocked off the table that many times that it broke in the
Oh,
end. So I just thought if I get one of the one with the clamp thing.
With a clamp on it.
Yeah.
I got this
Late
from
40s,
when I'm recording on me table, because that's my table there that I get out when I'm recording. And then I got that, and it's got like a little light on it built onto the tripod, which is quite cool. Apart from the fact I never actually used a light. You know, all the gear and no idea comes to mind, I think.
I'll tell you what I am looking forward to, just to bring it back to the actual subjects we're here. I'm looking forward to that new, is it Glass Onion? The sequel to...
How was that related?
Knives Out or something, isn't it?
Knives Out, yeah, that's the one. Cheers, Chris. That's due, because it's due on in the next few days, I think. I think it's
Not
launching
seen
like...
the first one, to be fair. I don't really fancy it.
It's out,
I
isn't
might
it?
look forward to it.
Glass Onion. Is it not already on
Tomorrow.
Yes,
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow, yeah.
yeah.
Believe it or not, Coro Steve is older than me. And yes, we are both in our 40s. I've just turned 40 and he's 49.
Bloody hell, I'm the
Look
youngest.
off! 49.
He's just as old as Chris.
Well, I'm following in Chris's footsteps. I'm only 20.
Get out.
I'm the oldest, aren't I? 47.
Well, we know who the youngest is here, don't we?
Me.
Yeah, clearly you, Andrew. Yeah, that's true.
Jerry, what's the one thing on your wish list that you'd be upset if your mum Santa hasn't bought you?
The bag that I know's upstairs. Mum's forgotten about it already. The poison apple is a lounge fly.
Is that the one that's coming up here? That's Lana's, isn't it? Your mum just hasn't told you it's not for you.
Definitely the heck not.
Bloody hell.
Belle, what's the one thing that you've asked Santa Chris for?
Santa Chris.
I haven't, have I? I don't know. We struggled this year for gifts, didn't we? But I know what I'm getting because I picked it. So, I actually went and bought some of it. Just gave me the money for it.
I've bought my present. Here's the receipt. Just give me the money back.
Yeah, no,
He's a living legend, isn't he?
Yeah, no, I've started another. I decided to start another Pandora because the one I'd got is pretty full. It's the one thing that I've done over the years where it's like something you can always guarantee to buy me. You can always buy me a charm for whatever reason, but my bracelet's pretty full, so I've decided to start a Harry Potter one.
Hang on, so let me get this right.
That's how he charmed you.
Let me get this right. So you buy your birthday presents and Christmas presents and you just get the money back off him. He starts a competition on his channel and other people do the prizes and the poster. What do you actually pay for?
We're not stupid.
But he did the same as what you were saying because I'd already bought some of the charms. Somebody on Facebook was selling some at a really good deal, so that's how it started. And he said, "Oh, I'll get you them for Christmas." So I was like, "Right, okay." And then I decided you can get an actual Harry Potter bracelet with the golden snitch on, but it's they don't sell it anymore. So we could only get it second hand. So I found one on Vinted, didn't I? And I was like, "Oh, I found this on Vinted." And next thing you know, while I'm looking at it, it's sold. And I'm like,
"Yeah,
so, you just bought this bracelet on Vinted?" No.
No. Do you know that Clagoo or whatever it is, the Welsh shop?
Clag.
Yeah, Clag. We've got one on the Oaks. We've got one on the Oaks, and you've got really good discounts on. Everything is like 30-40% off. And they've got a lot of the Pandora stuff. So if you see anything online, let us know. We'll go to the Oaks and pick it up for you, and you get your discount that way.
Chris is thinking, you could have told me that 2 weeks ago.
No.
But to be fair, I think you made money because the bracelet you bought me didn't
actually
fit.
I made money because I bought this bracelet.
It was
so
massive.
then it was too big, so I resold it on eBay, made a bit of profit on it, and rebought the right size for about half the price of the first one.
Junie saying that she's getting a new tattoo for Christmas, but when we're getting it done until January. Yeah, that seems to be the go-to when we're struggling for something, because just give me money towards my tattoos.
My tattoo studio, tattoo studios, they do give vouchers, so just letting people know.
Bring some out there.
That's become my youngest son's thing, because he's done a sleeve and stuff. Everything now is when he's he'll just go, oh, give me money towards my tattoo.
I remember the days when a sleeve was at the end of your jumper.
I've got a day to finish this one off, and then I'm booking myself in for a day to do all the black and white on both. That's my tattoo aim for this year.
Well, you've got a picture that's arrived today, Steve, that'll be a nice on your arm.
Yeah. Should I go and get it? Have you got? Have you all saw it? What I put out on Instagram and Facebook before.
Yeah,
it was really good.
It's good, that, yeah.
Let me go and get it. Where should put it?
I always think about 20 years ago, nobody asked anybody what they wanted. You just got what you were given, weren't you?
Exactly, yeah.
No. You went through the Argos catalogue and you ticked.
Yeah, an index as well. Don't get index.
The Argos and index catalogue.
Yeah, as a kid, I did that, and then obviously my parents would know what I wanted. But we always did over and over as a kid.
My mum did it once, and my granddad just cut the thing out of the actual pictures, and that was
really.
And took it to the shop and went, I want these pictures.
No,
you didn't.
He gave her the pictures.
Oh no.
Bloody hell.
Well, my eldest one hasn't told me. He's not asked me what I want. They've just told me that I've got presents, so I've got no idea what they've.
I don't know how you're going to fit them all in the car to bring them home, Belle, to be honest.
I know. Well, we was joking because they said to us they're going to come round Christmas morning, because Keris was like, because I've got a bag full of presents for you, and Chris was like, yeah, they will be for you.
Right, are you ready? Are you ready for this? So I get a random knock on the door today from the postman. Not expecting anything to come through.
It's always nice for him to ring to knock on the door rather than just chuck it over your back garden, isn't it? Though.
Well, we've now put a sticker on the front. We've now put a sticker on the door that says "Please knock." Right, so I'm open. I'm having a look in. After the food bar with the not so secret Santa, I have a look for the return address and stuff like that. Spot it's got Melia on the back of it, which is Steve's name. So it's like, shit, what's he sent me now? And then as I opened it,
upside down.
As we open, it's a movie poster.
That's so good.
That is very good. That I like that.
It is, isn't it?
It's a true likeness.
It's what you're gonna do. What you're gonna do with the movie review. So yes, I'm definitely gonna have to find somewhere in the room for that.
You need to get a good frame for that, Steve.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to get a nice proper frame and get it up there properly. And so
all I'm saying is Lee was giggling her ass off when she was looking at it, and then I got instructed to send it. So I'm not taking too much credit for that one.
No, I was laughing because when I opened it up, I just saw the big Steve J, and I'm like, flipping hell, what's that now? And then I saw your name on the other side of it, and then I saw the superimposed features.
She got it out. I'm like, what are you doing getting it out? She was like, no, I need to look at it. I was like, right, okay. Then I'm just about to put it back in the box. She went, well, what if it's not waterproof? I went, what? Put something on it, make it waterproof. So I had to put 2 bags over it.
To be fair,
so you got 2 bags for life there as well.
You could have put 2 bags over the pictures of over your faces on that as well. In improvements.
Oh,
I don't know. It looks like the internet's dropped off. I don't know. But yeah, I was made up with that. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. I haven't seen anything like that before, so that's definitely going on the wall somewhere. It has to.
Very smart.
I might have to rearrange the hallway and take that, move some of the Italian job prints down and put it in the middle of them.
It'd be interesting to see it in a nice frame, to be fair.
Mm.
When you were growing up, what present did you want that you never got? Is there anything that you remember?
I really wanted a Spectrum computer, but I ended up. I told my mum mum and dad I wanted a Spectrum, and then they bought me some computer that was absolutely shite that you couldn't buy any games for, and I was gutted because the box was like this, and I thought it's a Spectrum, it's definitely a Spectrum, and it was some sharp fucking shite that I never heard of. It was so disappointed.
Probably made in Wrexham, that.
Oh, you wanted your Top Boy?
Yeah, I did.
My brother got one of them. Then he used to silently record us and then play a back row, changing all the voices.
Jeffy McAllister.
Yeah.
Adult.
It was a Mr. Frosty that I never got.
I always wanted a Mr. Frosty.
I did and never got.
They did look cool, didn't they, at the time?
My boys, it when they were younger, and it's absolutely shite.
That was exactly why my mum said that you didn't buy it for us because you was little, we talked about it, and she says I figured you would try it once and it would be annoying and then it would just get dumped, so she said never bothered.
You've literally got to spend about 4 hours grinding ice cubes down to get one Frosty out of it.
It's mental. I was because I did a quiz on my channel the other day on Christmas and that. So one of the bits that I did was on Christmas presents, and how much they were like at the time. So I was looking up, like I was doing stuff like the Cindy House and Castle Grayskull, and honestly, some of the prices were really surprising. You know, like.
Do you know what though? I do think that like what kids get now compared to what we got when we were younger, for the price, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Some of the prices nowadays, it's like it's a bit of plastic and you're charging 50 quid for it.
There was a Hatchimal things that were like good for a day, and they were like 60 quid or something ridiculous.
Joanne Noble sent me a picture of the new release Battle Cat from He-Man, and it was something like 70 quid. And it was just like, where are you getting these prices from for these new He-Man figures? Of the original?
Soon to be available at a car boot near you.
Yeah. Wait until after Christmas. I give the girls money, right? Because it just saves all the argument. The girls used to give me a Christmas list, and then they give the mum a different Christmas list, and then the mum used to ask what was on my list, and then ended up getting both lists, and it just made a bit of a mockery of it. Come Christmas, to open the second lot of what they've already opened that morning. So I just give them money, and I just let them loose in Smith's or JD or wherever they are. And the amount of plastic crap that Amelia buys is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, all those little eggs or the LOL dolls where you unwrap it and each layer's got like a different sticker in it. Oh, I haven't got that sticker. It's a fucking sticker. What are you going to do with it? You know, I just can't get my head around kids' toys these days.
Well, back in 1985, Castle Grayskull was $34.99.
Wow.
Yeah. But if you bought the She-Ra one, the She-Ra Crystal Castle, that was $49.99.
See, it's probably relative, to be honest, Lainey, because if you multiply your incomes and everything to what it is now,
at the time,
cost of living and stuff, you know, you can at least double or triple that to what it would be now.
I've got a solution to this problem. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to have any kids, and I don't have to worry.
There you go, Kathy. At least you know you're not getting any grandkids out of this forced
She
marriage.
knew that anyway.
if you got
it's arranged marriage.
You're getting a bit old now, Andrew. It's now or never, really, isn't it?
I thought you were going to say you're getting a bit old, Sherry.
Right.
Then
I thought he was. I was like,
I'd be amazed if I've got any tadpoles capable of making a breaststroke, let alone anything else.
well, they've not got arms, so how the else? Anyway.
Have you seen my tadpoles?
No, I don't need to.
They're all mutants.
Tonks has asked in the chat if I regret my tattoos that I got when I was 18. I don't. I do regret the tattooist I went to get them done, but this was 11 years ago, and tattoos weren't as good a decade ago. So I don't regret my tattoos. They are just part of it.
That's a question I get asked quite regularly, because obviously my 2 sleeves are mostly cover-ups, and it's like, do you regret what you got? And I said, no, I don't regret what I got. I just, at the time I was 18 when I got it, 22 years ago, and the things have come along. They're not just tattoos now; they're art, aren't they? Really,
Yeah.
if you look at what they can do with the needles and stuff. So yeah, I fully understand that.
Yeah, but you'd asked for a liver bird and got an Everton badge instead, didn't you?
There's the fucking Manx up there in the Man City hat.
I mean, my youngest, as soon as he turned 18, he got the biggest first tattoo I've ever seen. It literally went from his wrist to the inside of his arm. And nothing like, let's go get a little thing to start with. No, he got a big cock and ball.
Was it Mum Don't Kill Me?
He got with a lion and a lion cub on his arm. And I have to say, he's got a full sleeve now. He's done that over what 2-3 years, and every single one is brilliant. Every single thing he's picked, every picture is absolutely amazing. The quality of everything.
They're so much better now than when I first got my tattoo, and it's in such a short space of time that they've improved so much.
And it comes down to what you decide to have, doesn't it? It's, I see people that have them that are just random and just like, you just sit there and you think, what were you thinking when you had that done?
I mean, I've got a ladybird on the back of my neck, and while I love him, he's called Frank. He's terrible, but I love him.
Yeah.
Does he
know he's part of when I was 18 and I didn't look up my tattooist.
My sister wasn't 18 when she had this done, and even to this day, I still go, "What the hell?" But she had Charmander tattooed over the thumb in a hand out of Pokemon.
Okay.
So
it's a random that, wasn't it?
Yeah, she just Charmander on it, and I won't mind, but she is she obviously likes Pokemon, but I didn't think she liked it that much.
I was going to get the Manchester Butterfly after the bombings.
But
then I went to the tattooist.
The bee, not the butterfly. The butterfly is something else.
Oh, whatever it is, whatever bird, animal
she also
thing.
had the Manchester bee, yeah.
But then I went to the tattooist and shat myself, so I decided not to do that.
You'd have come out with some sort of weird tattoo that was not even a bee, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was a butterfly, so
yeah, definitely was a butterfly in remembrance of the Manchester bombing. Are you sure? Yeah, absolutely.
I've got 2 bees.
Did you guys see this? Let me just put it on big screen, just as we're talking tattoos. Did you see that I shared?
No, because I can't see what it is.
Turn the brightness all the way down.
All right, smart ass. I'm
40
years old.
Right, so now you've showed us you're turning down the brightness.
Yeah,
right.
I can't see it now. It's not bright enough.
That's brilliant.
So my eldest is like the tattoos here, and I said, no, to be honest with you, the gun just relaxes me. I just love the sound of the gun. But I said, get that then, little baby Yoda bouncing on trampoline.
Apparently hands are quite bad. Apparently hands can be quite bad. Painful.
Yeah.
Oh, Richard's got a 4 days tattooing for his stepdaughter for his birthday.
Yeah, the bit that gets me, it's the little bit here, the bottom of your wrist.
But it feels like it's somewhere else.
Yeah, that gets you there when he's going over there. But because I sat there for like an 8 or 9 hour session when he was doing this bit, and then he went across that with the white right at the end, it absolutely murdered me. It's like it was red raw.
Ain't nobody causing pain to my wrist. I need it.
I have quite a few different tattoos that I can't actually show on camera.
Why not?
Because they're on my legs and my arms, and the camera isn't still.
All right.
But
You'll see them in March, Andrew, when she's getting dressed again.
Right. So Kuro did ask a while back. He said he's coming to England on
In
the
March?
30th. Kuro did say a while back that he's coming to England on the 30th. Is there anything interesting to do?
Whereabouts
in England are you going?
That he didn't say.
Surrey,
He just said anything. There we go. Anything at all.
He said Surrey.
Nothing to do there, just in England.
It doesn't say England. That could be Wales. I'm not having this bias here.
Says the guy who changed his allegiance halfway through a football match.
He could be coming to all the fantastic local locations that I described to Mel last night, like Stonehenge.
Right.
Stonehenge is
They're not hidden. They're not they're just on my legs. On my arms.
You
I do have another bad one at the bottom of my back. That one.
Oh, you've got a tramp stamp. Why have you got a tramp stamp?
I need stuff added to it to make it less stampy. But I just haven't got round to it yet.
That was the in thing, wasn't it, a few years back, just to get those across the bottom of your back?
Yeah.
That's quite nice, that, Lainey.
Yeah, that's cool. Marilyn Monroe.
That's my niece's. And she's got Elvis as well, which I'll find in a second, I think. Somewhere on here.
I can show you upside down.
If you're in Surrey, Peter Ray was in the chat earlier. He's from Surrey.
Oh, I think is that what someone mentioned? Someone mentioned about him speaking to Peter. That's probably. Oh, that's amazing. Wow.
Hang on, Sherry. I'll get you on the screen in a minute.
That looks like me.
That looks like.
That's really nice.
It's cute.
Chris is going. I have no idea what it is because he's not got any perception if it's not the right way.
Yeah, Chris ain't good reading upside down, is he?
Why's the wolf got a black eye?
It's blue.
But Chris hasn't got any perception, and Steve hasn't got any fucking colour perception. A pair of them swapped eyes, you might have a chance.
Oh God.
Oh,
Lainey Tonks is asking if you got any tattoos because you're very quiet tonight.
I'm always quiet. No, no. I haven't. I wanted one like a while back because, like, when I went through a lot with my mental health, I wanted to get a what's it called?
A semi-colon one.
A Manchester butterfly.
I wanted to get a phoenix just to start kind of like starting again, like, you know, rising from the ashes, that kind of thing.
Oh, a phoenix.
Yeah, like a watercolor one.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I've never ever gotten it done.
No, I've never had one.
My mum got her first one at 50.
I don't know what it is. I do like tattoos and I like them on other people, but they're just.
Everybody's different, and I know Steve said it's not really painful, but yeah, they are painful. But
yeah, he is the only one that sits there.
I kind of thought if I had it on my arm, see, and then I lost my weight, it would just end up swinging on my bingo wing and look like it was flying.
my mum did lose weight, and she has a tattoo of Winnie the Pooh on her arm. And he's skinny now.
Skinny the Pooh.
Yeah, he has no butt.
Belle,
yeah,
I
agree, Kuro.
I just need to thank Belle for coming on the show because Chris is obviously preoccupied with the game here. He's not said anything for the last half.
I'm listening. I'm pitching in. Whatever.
He's not watching it.
Yeah, it's 1-1, Lane. It's 1-1.
He's not watching it live. He must have a lag.
I don't know who got theirs.
Liverpool have just scored.
Fuck's sake.
2-1.
See, now this is why I never joined in with the World Cup thing because Chris was celebrating the goal 4 minutes before I got to see it. It was just.
I had to leave the stream when I was watching it because I was just so far behind.
There was a few that were like that. It was funny. I was the fastest one on there.
It didn't matter where I was in the house, I could hear him.
Right. I'm gonna have to head off for now. I'm gonna eat my tea.
Take care, love.
I might be
Easy.
back after my tea.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Christmas.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
I don't know. At least no one has mentioned Halo. Why have you done that? Anyway,
I
the
played the multiplayer of Halo Infinite last night. Oh my god, I fucking died every 5 seconds. So I thought I'd play Grand Theft Auto Online. I go for the tutorial, somebody shoots me in the face. Bastards.
see, I used to play a lot of Halo, as you know, and then I used to play a lot of Destiny, and I tried to jump back into Infinite the other week, and I just can't play Infinite now. I just find it too slow. I just find it really slow, and I can't believe they haven't changed any of it in the 18 months it's been out. But yeah, I just can't do Infinite online anymore.
Are we going to go through Robert De Niro or what?
Who?
He's waiting, and he's speaking Italian. That's confused you all now, hasn't it?
Bananarama.
Yeah.
No.
No, because
Well, that's it then, isn't it?
no.
Crack on.
To be honest, go on. Right.
Speaking of TV series, then one that I will recommend if nobody has watched it yet. I don't know if have you watched his Dark Materials?
Oh,
No.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it.
Oh, Chris loves it. You can tell. Look at it.
Absolutely. I've just watched.
She likes
I
it.
just watched the last series that came out, and I tell you what, it was bloody fantastic. Not many series do you watch where you kind of get to the end and it's a really good ending.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole thing for me was fantastic. Yeah.
See, I just watched the whole of season 2 of Alice in Borderland State. It came out at 8 o'clock this morning, and I've finished it. It's done.
Oh, we need to watch season 2 of that, don't we? Remember that one?
It's only been out a day. Less than that.
Oh, right. I thought it was out last week or something.
No, this morning.
Today, 8 o'clock this morning it came out. So I've binged it. It's done. All 8 episodes are done. And I really enjoyed it. The last episode takes a bit of a strange turn, but other than that, the series is absolutely brilliant.
What was the strange turn that it took?
No.
It's a spoiling, Andrew. So please don't put me in this position.
Well, I just because I'm never going to watch it.
I'm going to be watching the finale at some point tonight of The Traitors on BBC.
We're on episode 8. So they've just got rid of Theo.
Right, unbelievable.
Honestly,
Unbelievable. I'm on episode 6, and you've just come out with that.
He's literally, he just doesn't stop, does he? He can't help himself.
It's not my fault. You lot are all so far behind in these shows that.
Unbelievable.
Did you watch? Did you watch the finale of Cobra Kai? Have you watched?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Of that?
I can't believe he died in it.
Shut up, you.
The only thing with Cobra Kai is that it's not really a finale because there's another.
Never a finale, is it?
Yeah, you know there's a series coming, but then they always drag some bloody random person that have 30 seconds of screen time in one of the movies back, and there you go. Let's make a series around him now.
See, the only thing for me is what I would like is if they do cancel it, that they give them a season to finish it.
Yeah.
Rather than it being, oh, well, you're not going to see that again. Which is what's happening with most of these series.
Well, no offense, we spent half our life watching The Walking Dead, and the ending was absolutely shite.
The ending wasn't great.
It was shite.
I haven't watched the last couple of seasons yet.
Well, it's not the ending, is it? Because they got the TV movies to come out.
Well, that's what I mean. Rick's not been in it for about 8 years, and then all of a sudden he's back for the TV movies or whatever it is that he's doing. It's just like, well, where have you been hiding?
Well, they kind of finished, without spoiling it, they did finish the last episode on The Walking Dead
to leave it open.
To leave it ready for Rick's little mini series or whatever he's doing.
But I just feel like the whole of The Walking Dead, the whole of what they've been through, it just didn't have an ending.
It didn't end very well. It was disappointing.
Well, there's always going to be a question of how the hell they would end that, something like that, isn't it?
Really? Well, clearly they ended it on that question mark because
well, you know
I'm
what?
Confused.
You know what's out? You know what's on Boxing Day?
Gremlins.
There's a one-off There's a one-off special for the Detectorists.
Oh, okay.
That was such a good series. That I really enjoyed it. So there's a one-off special for that.
Never saw it.
The thing with me for the Walking Dead was they went on too long. That is,
Yes,
I think
maybe.
they should have took them like a while back, and the same happened with Lost. It went on too long, and then it killed it.
I remember getting up in the middle of the night to watch the finale of Lost because they aired it at the American time, and literally you come away from that final episode going, I have no freaking idea what's happening.
See, the thing
I didn't know from series 2 what was going on in it.
I lost about half an hour in when the plane crashed on a desert island and it was a fucking polar bear. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
But you still walked away from it on that last episode going, well, are they dead or are they alive?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
And there's nothing worse than an ending where they expect you to
make it up,
use your own imagination. I hate that.
Yeah.
It's like you watch a film or you watch a series to be given a story, don't you?
This is what I said.
Not to be left with.
It's like
make your own mind up what the ending
like
is.
when I did the final episode of Drinking with Andrew. That was a definite conclusion.
That thing's had that many sequels.
We raised £1,000 for charity. That was the end of it. It was over.
Yeah, I think that was where I ended at Stu. It was somewhere where I can't even remember their names.
I think season 7's where Rick got blown up on the bridge, wasn't it?
What was the other one everybody loved, whose name I can't think of in Walking Dead?
Glenn.
No, not Glenn.
Eastwood.
I know everyone loved him. My daughter was devastated when he died, but oh man, he probably was right in it at the end because they couldn't have killed him off because no one would have allowed it.
Negan.
Oh, Daryl.
Oh, Daryl, yeah.
Daryl, yes. He was the last bit I watched was he was in a prison cell and there was music playing. He was crying.
Oh, that was ages ago.
You know that music that was playing? We played that at our wedding.
Yeah. Oh, I was waiting for that to come up.
But it's
seriously, we had it playing after we'd got married as we were walking out. The Gravy Train song.
No, the Easy Street.
Easy Street, yeah.
Yeah, and then we watched when they killed off the ginger haired dude who I liked. I can't remember his name. When they were all in
he got the same as Glenn though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Got his head smashed in.
I was watching it. I stopped watching it when the cannibals rocked up, and there was some lad who had his leg chopped off, and they're eating his leg, and he's going, "Oh, I've been bitten. It's infected meat." That's the last episode I saw.
Sorry, ladies and gents, if you haven't seen Walking Dead, spoiler alert. You know,
that's you.
Bloody hell, Chris!
But the
another one that, like, to me, the ending was so disappointing was Line of Duty.
Oh no!
We all know that's not actually the end.
I know that's not the end, but
it was lazy.
That build up for that was horrendous.
Yeah, I think the build up for it to be that fucking pillock.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, come on.
I think he ran out of ideas really there.
I just didn't believe he could do that. Yeah. So therefore,
there must have been a moment where they sat there and thought, "Oh, this is shit, isn't it? Fuck it, we'll do it anyway." There must have been that moment.
I wouldn't have been disappointed if it ended up being Hastings. You know, and
I'd be less disappointed than what I was with what it was.
We spent 2 years saying it can't be him, surely it can't be him, and everyone's pointing the fingers at him. And then for it to have been Hastings, that would have been a real big kick in the bollocks to everyone that's invested 2 years trying not to believe it.
That's a good point. Just it's a good game too. I mean, for me, Line of Duty, I think the best one for me was with the series with Stephen Graham in it. I just thought that was a really good character, and you never knew which side he was on, really.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But Squid Games 2, right? the end of Squid Games is left out on a very precarious point, doesn't he? Does he get on the plane or doesn't he? Right?
I've not watched Squid Games. Why are we doing these spoilers?
You need to watch Squid Games, mate, because it's really good.
Can't believe you're not watching Squid Games. Bloody
Thanks
hell.
for joining us, mate. We do start at 7:15.
One of the
don't click to show it.
I think one of the best for me was Money Heist. The ending to that was actually a really good ending. That is exactly how you end the series.
Best ending ever to a TV series. There's your question.
I'm going with Money Heist.
Fools and Horses was a good ending, wasn't it? They ended that well.
Yeah, but then they didn't though, did they?
Then they brought it back, and then they didn't end it well.
No, I think they did.
Spoiler alert, guys, but do you mean like Prison Break?
Prison Break. They should have. Yeah, they should have ended that and just ended
left it with the original ending and not bring back a second series, another series.
Yeah.
That was just
that original ending to Prison Break was so heartbreaking because you just don't see it coming.
The thing is with Money Heist, so there wasn't a series where I thought that's a weak series. You know, I mean, with Prison Break, I love the first couple of series, and then after that, it got a bit silly.
Yeah, when they broke back into a prison to break back out of it again, you mean?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. They get something good, and then they run with it so fast that they just take away the quality, I think.
Yeah.
All right. I think the thing was...
You all right, Val?
Yeah, I'm probably going to call it a day shortly.
No worries.
I've probably been upright in a few days.
No, that's fine. The thing with Squid Games 2, I think you've lost that shock factor now about what is it, you know. But if he's going in to blow it all back up again, then he's going to know what it's all about, isn't he? You know, that's the thing I've got with Squid Games 2. Alice in Borderlands is slightly different because it is game based, but they still don't understand what's going on around them. They don't understand why they're there. What was the other one that was like that?
I thought Another Life had a good ending, and then there's people campaigning for a third season.
That's the Katie Sackhoff one, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's like why campaign? I mean, it's finished. It was like concluded.
Yeah, you've told me exactly what's going on, and it's done.
Yeah.
A good 3-part mini-series is Childhood's End. That came out about 10 years ago. That's really, really good. If you can find that Childhood's End.
Still on Now TV, I think. I'll tell you what, though, a film I'd love to see a sequel to, Children of Men.
That's an interesting theory.
But isn't that another one though that's done and dusted? You've now realised that the science behind it all is a load of bullshit. With the Children of Men.
No, I think there's plenty more they could do there. Never going to happen now.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch the film then, because again, I thought that was another done and dusted. Can't make a sequel out of it because you've explained it all.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that I haven't watched that movie in a long time, but I remember I enjoyed it at the time. And it was quite.
There's your homework movie.
Nah, can do. It doesn't bother me. I've got it anyway.
Yeah, I like Clive Owen anyway. So
I just remember it being quite fast paced, sort of not letting go all the way through most of it.
Well, we're talking about TV series that have got great endings. Is the one that sticks in your head? Because I know you're a big Prison Break and Supernatural. You impressed with the Supernatural ending?
Do you know what? I actually was, after watching it for 15 seasons.
Yeah.
I did wonder again, because obviously it did get finalised at one point a few seasons in, and then somebody else picked it up, didn't they, when Castiel came in and they went all down the Angel route with it. So I did think then that maybe it might have gone a little bit off, but it didn't. It was just as good as when the original people had it, and I thought they ended it really well. They didn't leave it with any sort of like nothing sort of left lingering where they could carry it on, or they were going to leave it, or they've literally just finalized it.
Yeah, I was right. Down the same route as you when they brought all the Angel Civil War and all the Leviathan stuff in, and trying to bring all the mythology and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, you're losing your way with this now, guys. And then that last 2 seasons, they really brought it back in. To what it was. And I was quite impressed with the way they ended it. Sorry, Lena, you were going to say something there?
Me?
No.
I was the same with Vampire Diaries, because I've watched that twice this season.
Have you?
And I've really enjoyed it both times. And I think that's about 8 seasons. But they ended that really well as well. And obviously then they did the spin-off of the originals, which was bloody fantastic. And then they did the spin-off, which was Legacies, which was his daughter, which was my brain's gone. The main guy.
I know Chris enjoyed it, you can tell.
Yeah.
There's so many seasons though, isn't there? It's ridiculous. There's 8, 15, 12.
There is, but what I liked about it was each spin-off brought the old season back into it and sort of tied it into what was going on, and they kept bringing.
Yeah, Tonks does not agree with you. Hey, Julie, hope you well.
Disappointing endings ever. Oh God, no, I loved it.
Yeah, you were a real big fan of it, weren't you?
The question is to me is like, if you know these seasons, these things that run on for like 10 seasons and stuff, do you think they just get themselves in such a knot that they can't get out of it? That they're like, they must be thinking at some point, this is how we would end it if it got to that point.
I don't know. The problem you had with Supernatural is we were in it for the characters as well as the storylines, and I think you just get that attached that you could have given them any storyline and have watched it.
There's only so many times though. There's only so many times they can kill Dean and Sam and resurrect him and bring him back. And is he possessed? Isn't he possessed? Is he a demon? So
no one had died.
Yeah, where Tonks is saying that they were going into alternate universes and you were jumping through where the mum got sent through the portal and stuff like that, and they were in that war, and they were on thin ice with that. There was several points in that season I was thinking, why am I still watching this?
Oh no, I just loved it from start to finish. I was gutted when it ended. Yeah, when you sit there and you go, what am I going to do? I've got no Supernatural to watch.
Yeah.
Do you think they could redo Buffy?
I really enjoyed it when I first watched it, but I've tried to watch it since, and I can't watch it. And it's the same with Angel. I loved Angel, but I've not been able to watch it again.
They're not like they didn't sort of come forward in time, like
they're not aged well.
Yeah,
I think that's it. They haven't aged well. It's a bit like Twilight, isn't it? When it come out, it was a big thing, and now, God, watch Twilight now. It's bloody awful.
See, Stewie's got a good point there. That is a prime example when you've run out of a story idea and you throw religion at something. That's all Battlestar was. That last 2 seasons of Battlestar was just pure religion.
I mean, Children of Men is a film about religion, but did it well. Battlestar Galactica just did it badly.
I wish they'd give Spike his own series, like off the back of Buffy.
Yeah.
Spike.
I really enjoyed. Did you watch the Bones that he was in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that as well. And they interlinked that with another one that I was watching, which surprised me. I can't think what I've recently been watching, but they actually interlinked it where there was a series where they went to the Jeffersonian to visit Bones and like did a case together, which I really enjoyed.
There's been a few series. I quite like the ending to Stargate Atlantis. I thought that was quite a good ending. But I didn't like the ending to Stargate Universe because they left it on a particular point where, are we getting the movie? Aren't we getting the movie? Are we getting another series or aren't we? And it was sort of like what Chris was saying before. It's sort of just left into your own imagination what happens to the cast or
I think they were expecting a continuation, weren't they? That was the problem.
Yeah. But,
apparently, Supernatural wasn't the ending we were supposed to get.
No.
Put there. They changed it because of COVID.
Andor, disappointing.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of Andor.
Very disappointing. No.
I mean, I'll tell you how it ends. He gets blown up by the Death Star.
Yeah, go and watch Rogue One. You know what's going to happen.
So, going back to the original question, like, what is the perfect ending for you? On which program has got a perfect ending in your opinion? Are you okay?
Is there such a thing as a perfect ending?
What?
I suppose your perfect ending is just where they don't leave you with any questions.
Yeah. So if you had a program, what program would it be that you would say was the best for you?
Wasn't that the question I asked that started this conversation off?
Breaking Bad finishes quite well.
Breaking Bad finishes quite well.
Yeah.
Is that including not including the movie?
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul.
The end of Better Call Saul linked into the beginning of Breaking Bad. So it's kind of like you saw the ending to Breaking Bad, but then you also saw how the Better Call Saul sort of merged into it and how he came about and stuff. And well, it actually crosses over at one point, doesn't it? Better Call Saul. It crosses over, so the two of them are running alongside each other in Better Call Saul. So yeah, those had really good endings. Didn't really leave you with any questions.
Would you say the movie improved on the ending for Breaking Bad? El Camino.
The one with Jesse.
Yeah, El Camino.
Yeah, it just wrapped up Jesse's story, didn't it? At the end.
And sort of what happened after, kind of thing.
Yeah, I did like that. But I liked it when they did that with Prison Break as well, because they made the little film at the end of that one, didn't they? Just to sort of finalise it for you.
See, Prison Break had a great ending, the original ending, until they made that other series. You know, where we ended up being the secret agents and going off and do stuff like that. You know. Yeah.
I think the ending to Neighbours was perfect. Now they're bringing it back. So
I never watched it.
What are you doing?
No, I'm stuck.
Are you stuck here?
Bye, guys.
I think the ending to Next Generation was brilliant. The All Good Things. I thought that was a great way of finishing that series. It's nice in like the original episode or the pilot episode, Public Station, and then it ties it all into so that whole 7 years of Shrek is in those two episodes. But then I wasn't a big fan of the ending of DS9 either.
You go downstairs?
I thought the ending of DS9.
What about the end of the Voyager?
You have series that go on for a long time, like the Supernaturals and the stuff like that, for seasons and seasons and seasons. I don't think it would matter how they'd end them, because you get that invested in them. You don't think you want them to end. So.
Oh, Kathy says Happy Christmas. Say Merry Christmas.
I don't think you'd ever be fully satisfied with whatever ending.
Say Merry Christmas.
Weren't they bringing back Mulder and Scully?
Merry Christmas.
Do you know, I watched all that and I can't remember any of it. But I did watch it at the time.
Sam?
Yeah. I can't remember how the X-Files finished.
No.
I thought they were doing a reboot of it or something. Or was that?
Yeah, it did. That happened.
Oh, it happened.
Yeah, there was a whole new TV series.
Oh, well. Must have went down well, because I don't recall anything more from that.
Prison Break, the main character was very handsome. Yes, he was, Juna.
Wentworth Miller, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Dominic Purcell.
I only know him from the DC universe.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to love and leave everybody to finish off. But it's been nice chatting to everybody.
Lovely to see you. Have a
Thanks,
good Christmas.
Have a great Christmas, Belle.
Yeah, and you guys.
Yeah, guys. See you
See
soon.
you later.
Bye.
See you, Belle.
See you, Belle.
No, so the
Take them down, babes.
if you were to have a series remade, what series would it be?
Supernatural.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
No, we've already had a dodgy movie, didn't we?
I
That
think
was-
I
that
think
There was a
we
movie
get,
before the series, weren't there?
The
Yeah, the
movie
movie
was
was
before the
first.
series.
$1 Million Man or something.
See, Junie's got a good point there about the new Quantum Leap. I couldn't get into it. I watched the first 2 episodes and I was struggling.
Was it bad?
Yeah. Yeah, it's how you take a good idea and then try and update it and bring it into modern times. And then they don't focus on so much of what's actually going on with his leap. They're more focused about what's going on in his existing timeline. So they're bringing in a lot of support characters where the original was just him and Al, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this isn't.
So
I believe it gets better as the series goes on. I've only watched episode 1 and I've not gone through the rest, but I'm going to get through the rest. But I've read a lot of people saying it kind of gets better.
Yeah, my brother said it was. My brother
you
said
get
it's
along.
good.
I don't fancy it.
It's already been given a second series as well, I think.
I cried at the ending of the original Quantum Leap. I don't want to revisit those emotions.
I popped into the loft the other day and I picked out some movies. See what you think. Put me on big screen, Dave.
No, because you can't do it.
No, I'm struggling on my end. It's that one. Thank you. So I dug that one out.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Love that. I dug that one out.
Saw that one at the Hippodrome in Wrexham.
Honey, we shrunk ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And the Mighty Ducks.
I watched the Mighty Ducks recently because I was watching Mighty Ducks Game Changers. So I went back and watched the first 3 films.
But yeah, I was looking through some of my boxes the other day and I was like, aha, I'll bring them out.
I've sold the Mighty Ducks on eBay before.
Have you seen Luther?
Yes.
No, I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it, and I keep thinking, do I want to watch it? But now I'm like,
Have
I left it too long?
The Idris Elba series.
Yeah.
Watch it now.
Watch it now
because the new film's out soon.
They're bringing a film out about it.
Yeah, definitely watch Luther. It's brilliant.
Cool.
Like I said, the last series is a bit of a wobble.
Yeah.
But they bring in the Netflix are doing a film of Luther with Idris Elba, so it's worth watching it now because then you get a feel for the character.
Yeah.
Tonks is saying here he doesn't like the remakes, he doesn't like the extra movies, they wish to just leave them alone. The Creed series, I quite like the first Creed, but Creed 3's not got Stallone in it, has it?
No, it hasn't.
To this one, so
no. Is it Apollo Creed's son versus Mr. T's son or something?
It's his mate, isn't it, that he grew up with? So his mate went to prison for him. Then his mates come out who's a world championship boxer or something, and that's who he's fighting for the title and whatever. I think that could have been any film, or it doesn't need to be a Creed film. That we've seen them storylines in 8 million bloody other films already.
I've never watched Rocky films.
Picked up some VHSs this week. Do you want to have a look?
Yeah,
go for it.
Right, so somebody on somebody on eBay was selling a shed load of VHSs all single for £1.50 each. So I had a look through his store and we did a bit of a deal on 6. So I got this one.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Joe and the Volcano. That's an awesome film.
On VHS as well. That's cool.
Yeah.
That one.
Of course, classic.
Not bad for £1.50 each. Some of these are like £10 VHSs.
Wow.
And then I got this one.
Oh yes, I remember watching that in primary school.
Mm-hmm.
And then these 3.
D'Artagnan's.
I remember watching that as well as a kid.
Love D'Artagnan.
That Sonia bundle should go quite well.
There you go. That's it.
One for all and all for one.
That's the one. Yeah.
Isn't it?
That's the one.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you saw it. That's cool.
Right. So with it being Christmas, then what have you seen any of the Christmas TV schedule for this weekend at all? Is there anything jumping out yet?
No, I've not seen it.
I haven't even looked to see what's on.
Well, all I know is there's no Doctor Who Christmas special, so Christmas Day is ruined.
Oh,
It's not the same anymore, is it?
Which I love is Call the Midwife. I love Call the Midwife, and they'll have a special out, or they usually do. On
You've just what you've done there, Lainey, is you've taken my disappointment of Doctor Who being cancelled. You made it worse by putting Call the Midwife on.
I love Call the Midwife.
I thought that had ended ages ago, but it just keeps going, doesn't it?
I tell you what, I wish they'd fucking stop calling her.
Do you know why it keeps going? Because people keep reading.
Tongue's Boutique asked what kind of movies do I like. I like action comedies. I love the Marvel series. I love all that sort of stuff. Die Hard, you name it, all of that.
I'm still trying to get Lainey to watch the greatest film of all time, Tonks, but she made the mistake to start with The Phantom Menace and it put her off.
I thought we'd talk about Love Actually then.
Is that because she started off with episode 1, which is technically film 4?
Yeah.
Well, I have seen the early ones, but I was kind of brainwashed with them, which put us off. Like my Laura's dad, he was kind of right into it, so he loved it, and he would watch them over and over and over and over.
It's Chris, we need to get into them.
Into what?
Star Wars.
I tell you what, though, I was quite impressed when he was going through his superhero.
Yes.
The other day, that he didn't struggle with many of them.
No.
I think having 12 months of me and you taking the piss out of him, he's finally learning stuff.
All he's done is he's Googled it beforehand, hasn't he?
Channel them said, have a check those tapes for mold. Yeah, I checked them all, channel them. And I did that. I asked the seller as well as any of them got any mold on, just in case.
Yeah. So that was an eBay Skype then, was it?
Yeah, £1.50 each on eBay.
Wow.
Plus shipping, I'm assuming, because he can't send them that.
Shipping on top, but he combined the shipping for me, so not bad, really.
So do you collect them? The old VHS?
I've got a little collection going. I'm kind of just collecting, a bit like, when I was doing that series, like Collect Your Childhood.
Yeah.
I've kind of got a few bits going on here, like some PS2 games and VHSs and stuff, like just from back in the day, really.
But you're not collecting your childhood if you're getting PS2 games. You need Commodore 64 games.
He never had a Commodore when he was a child.
He didn't have a Spectrum by the sounds of it either.
Yeah, true.
Back in the day, really.
Got to find a crap computer thing from that era.
Yeah, he's got to get an Amstrad CPC 464 or something with a green screen. I don't know. Tonks is here saying that he prefers the Star Trek movies over Star Wars.
I do, actually. Yeah, some of the Star Treks are all right, but I just can't abide by Star Wars.
Empire Strikes Back, the greatest of all time.
I've made the mistake of getting, the Hamilton collection plates for Star Trek, and I keep looking at them now, and I'm like, I didn't realize they did so many, so I'm going to have to free up a wall for a plate collection, I think.
see, for me, Star Wars is the James Bond of the sky, in the sense of it's kind of there's always like some alien woman that's involved romantically. There's always a shirt ripping fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go down the route of where,
I was thinking
we were going to go down the route there where they've had some really good films and it finishes on a really disappointing ending. Because that's what Bond's done, hasn't it?
But see, I'm not a fan, James Bond, because it's just.
Hey, we need to be having a chat with Jilly. By the sounds of it, she's got all her kids' PS1, PS2, and Xbox games.
Send me a picture, Jilly. I'll make you.
Chris would like to help you with that.
I've still got me PS2 and all my PS2 games.
You just can't find yours, though. That's the difference.
It's in the cupboard there. I know exactly where it is.
I keep speaking to me mate. He's got all his Master System Game Gear.
Wow.
I think he's got his SNES, but tons of games. He was one of these who just, his mum and dad have bought him loads of games and stuff. And I keep having to, try with him to try and get him to part with some of them. They're just lofted. He's not got them out for years.
No. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming up to that time of the show where I'll be turning into a pumpkin soon. Little Steve has finally got round to doing a video. Now, this might be on the back of
Robin Williams.
Might be on the back of something I shared with him earlier this week.
So someone recommended an actor to me in the comments, and that's who I've based my next video on. And my God, it's difficult to pick a top 5 out of that.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
No. You'll just have to wait until Sunday.
It's a surprise.
Yeah. You'll have to wait.
Hey, Laney. As long as it's not Robin Williams, I'm all right, because that's mine. I'm having that.
It's when I've already wrote the script for that one.
You can off and all. You are not having that. No way.
No, I'll wait for a year for you to get your first one out.
So, Go Jazz says he's picked up.
So that was filmed.
Same crew?
That was filmed on the 16th of September 2021. So it's only took him 14 months to do this Robin Williams top 5. And it will be out this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. So please bear that in mind to give it a watch today. He's had 18 months of getting his top 5 together.
What number does Mrs. Doubtfire come in at?
You have to find out. Watch it and find out.
I haven't got time for that. Just tell me now.
No, my name is not Big Steve.
So there you go, ladies and gents. So we have got video, we have got content coming out. Thank you for those guys that have been watching the abundance of content we've put out this last 2 weeks. It's we have been very busy and the views have been great. We are now at 381 subscribers now. So we're building up a bit of steam at the moment. So we'd like to get to that 500 mark, but we'd love to get to that 1,000 mark. So thank you for your support. Keep them coming. If you haven't already, please join us over on Facebook on the Movie Chats and Film Geeks Facebook page, and we're on Instagram, Movie Chats _2021.
Just going to say, obviously, Tori, thank you very much for all your effort this year with the Facebook page and everything. I really appreciate all your support, and that's the same to everybody involved, really.
Yeah. So
thank you. It's been very hard work maintaining the membership of it and making the occasional once a month comments.
So if you haven't, sorry, lady.
I was just going to say that I'm live on Saturday for the annual Christmas Eve Club, which is now on its 4th year, weirdly. So I'll be live on New Year's Eve as well. So for the New Year's Eve Club, which might be a bit drunker though on that one, or a lot drunker, and spin the bottle and other things. And obviously, if anyone wants to come,
I'm just curious how you're going to spin a bottle.
Well, I'm going to spin the wheel, but Same difference.
These wheels have got lots to be credited for, haven't they, really?
They do.
So next week's show, ladies and gentlemen, is our review of 2022. I know Andrew tried to get it done this week, and I've kiboshed that, so we are looking at that. So please have a think of your top movies for the year, your worst movies for the year, any good TV shows that you've watched this year, etc., and bring them to the table. We have got special guests next week. AJ and Gareth and people like that. Andrew's back, so we have got some special guests as well. So it should be another good show. So Chris, thank you very much, mate, for paying half attention. Lainey and Andrew, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining us. And I'll leave you. I'll leave you with a little bit of Christmas cheer.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, make it so, make it so, make it so. Man, it doesn't show signs of stopping. And I brought me some tea Earl Grey hot. The lights turned way down low. Make it so, make it so, make it so. When we finally kiss goodnight. How I hate going out in the storm. But if you...
Really?
Shut up, Wesley! All the way home, I'll be...
warm. Oh, the fire is slowly dying. And my dear...
We're still goodbye, then. But
as long as you love me so, make it so.
make it so. Make it so.